Hi, my name is Sam Singh, and I'm the Democratic leader in the Michigan House of Representatives. Like many Americans, my story is one of opportunity. My parents immigrated to this country in search of the American dream. My dad worked hard and, like so many others, found work at Ford Motor Company as an engineer. His job brought my parents to Livonia, where, like many of their neighbors, they raised a family while giving us a world-class education in our public schools. My parents raised me to recognize and appreciate the amazing opportunities afforded to me in this country and in this state. When I look around today, I no longer see the Michigan I remember as a child. By many measures, we've lost our way. Tonight, you heard Governor Snyder lay out his vision for Michigan. It is a vision that has worked for his campaign supporters, but not for the people of Michigan. While corporations that send jobs overseas have received tax breaks, your schools, roads, and water systems have crumbled, and incomes have remained too low for working families to provide the same opportunities my parents provided for me. As a Democrat, as a Michigander, I think that's unacceptable. We have a different vision for Michigan, a vision that returns all of us to a place of opportunity, to the place I remember as a kid. We must build an economy that works for everyone by creating jobs in our state, by increasing incomes for all of you. We must rebuild your trust in government by returning to a system where you know what is happening and everyone has an equal voice in the process. We also must invest in things that made Michigan great: our schools, our roads, our Great Lakes, and our safe and strong communities. As I've traveled around the state for the past 4 years talking to Michiganders, everyday families tell me they have yet to feel the economy is improving for them. Household incomes in Michigan still lag behind the national average and grow at half the average national pace, leaving Michigan families with less money to deal with bills that aren't getting any cheaper. Instead of using our limited tax dollars to hand out favors to campaign supporters, we should expand our job skills training programs and restore the Earned Income Tax Credit. These are programs that support regular working families. Michigan has had a long history of being at the cutting edge of innovation by investing in entrepreneurship and research. We need to support these innovators and entrepreneurs, like those working here in this very building at Michigan State University's bioengineering facility, where research is conducted every day that benefits our public health and positions Michigan as a leader in the emerging healthcare economy. These programs will drive Michigan's future innovation and create good-paying jobs, like the one that brought my father to Michigan. Too many people in Michigan feel that the system is rigged against them, that powerful political insiders are calling the shots, and working families are left to foot the bill. If you've felt that way, it's because it's true. We must work together to fix the way your government works. We must tear down a system that puts insiders ahead here in Michigan. In the state, our campaign finance laws allow nearly unlimited spending in elections, enabling our legislature and governor to hide behind a different set of rules. Every 2 years, Michigan legislators step out of office and into lucrative careers as corporate lobbyists. We must end that revolving door. One single family in Michigan has given over $14 million in political contributions over the last 2 years, not to mention the millions potentially spent through dark money corporate accounts that are not required to disclose their spending. Citizens will only begin to regain their trust in government when we clamp down on money and politics and open the books on dark money accounts. We want to make sure Michigan families have an equal voice in our government. Michigan is one of only 2 states where residents cannot use the Freedom of Information Act to find out what their governor and their legislature are up to. We must eliminate this exemption and restore real transparency in government. I'm calling on my colleagues to work with me to develop the most robust transparency initiative in our state's history, making Michigan a leader in honesty in government. When I was a kid growing up in Livonia, we trusted our elected officials because they were held accountable. Let's get back to a system worthy of the trust that you put in us. Finally, the last year has clearly demonstrated that our state has stopped investing in the key areas that attracted my parents here: our infrastructure, our education system, and our local communities. The residents of one of our largest cities, Flint, remain unable to drink water from their faucets. Think about that. We're the wealthiest, most powerful nation in the world. Michigan is the Great Lakes state, surrounded by 1/5 of the world's fresh water. Yet we've allowed our basic infrastructure to fall into such disrepair that our neighbors in Flint cannot even trust the water flowing from their taps. And without making investments in our communities, other cities and townships could suffer the same fate. In addition, our roads continue to deteriorate while you pay more in gas taxes and you pay more to register your vehicle. In 2015, 84% of Michigan roads were in good or fair condition. The Republican plan that's currently in place will plummet that number to less than 50% by 2025. That trend cannot continue. But just as important as our infrastructure, probably more importantly, are the condition of our public schools. A key part of the opportunity my parents sought in this country was education. We must reinvest in providing access to the education and training so Michiganders can be successful. A study is sitting on the governor's desk showing that our schools are underfunded by $1,200 per student, which has left our teachers struggling to manage larger classroom sizes and made it difficult to prepare our children for success. Also, the safety of our communities have been placed in jeopardy. Our state government has balanced its budget on the backs of our local communities by taking over $7.5 billion from cities and villages since 2002. That means our neighborhoods have lost more than 4,000 police officers and 2,800 firefighters. The Michigan I grew up in did not shortchange investment in our infrastructure, or our schools, or the safety of our communities. Instead of turning those issues into a political football, let's put people to work immediately by reinvesting in Michigan and solving these problems once and for all. We can create an economic opportunity for this state. We can improve the quality of life and prevent future catastrophes from occurring in our communities. As House Democrats, our priority is you. We don't answer to wealthy special interests. Our neighbors aren't CEOs that ship jobs overseas, and our policies reflect the needs of regular people throughout the state. We will fight every day to build an economy that works for everyone. We will fight every day to make government accountable to you. We will fight every day to reinvest in our schools, our infrastructure, and the health and safety of our communities. Let's work together and fight for a Michigan that puts you first. I hope you will stand with me and my caucus. Thank you very much, and God bless the state of Michigan.